Is Joe Exotic likable? And if he is, why? Hello, all you cool cats and kittens. I've been watching Tiger King on Netflix, and I decided that the guy with the bowl cut and the mullet is somehow the best guy to paint right now. While painting him, I started to think about why I would do that. He's kind of the hero of the show, but he's obviously not a good guy. So I think it's a valid question to ask. At first, I was wondering why everyone on this show is kinda crazy. But then I kind of repeated the question back to myself, but slowly. Why is everyone who owns a private zoo with hundreds, if not thousands, of giant cats a crazy person? Maybe you kind of have to be a little crazy to decide to buy, I don't know, like 100, 200 tigers. Like one tiger, okay, you're like eccentric. Past 20, I think you're going insane. It feels like insanity is almost a requirement for starting a collection of big cats. I wanted to break down why Joe Exotic feels more like the hero of the show than Carol Baskins or Doc Bhagwan Antle. The answer seems obvious, but I thought it's worth it to like think about it a bit anyways. And I boiled it down to three basic reasons. If you wrote Joe Exotic as a fictional character set in the real world, I think most people would just find him a little too unrealistic. He's a heavily pierced, tattooed, gay, gun owning polygamist who had a brief stint in politics. That's the craziest resume, probably. This person should not exist, and that alone kind of makes you want to root for him. The controlling cult leader or the hypocritical rich lady are kind of tropes that we can kind of wrap our heads around. Joe Exotic being a real human being is so unrealistic that you kind of automatically want to know more about him. At least he's honest, in a way. Okay, first you have this guy that calls himself Bhagwan. He literally calls himself God. The documentary introduces him by showing him direct and stage his own interview, and that raises some red flags right from the start. Then there's Carol Baskins, who seems like the lady who always says the most underhanded stuff, but with like a forced laugh. Seriously, she laughs at everything in the weirdest way. Then there's also the fact that she probably maybe killed her own husband. Who knows? Joe Exotic is not a liar, or at least not a good one. Every time he talks, you can kind of tell that he's lying. It's physically not possible for him to lie well. Joe is free, at least in the figurative sense. Right now, he's, in prison. Joe Exotic is the equivalent of a streaker, while the other two are just kind of flashers. Flashers are weird and creepy. They just expose themselves in a parking lot and run away. Joe Exotic, on the other hand, strips down and runs across a football field. If he doesn't like Carol Baskins, he doesn't just say it. He writes an entire country song and then probably gets somebody else to sing it because that's definitely not his voice. But he writes this whole song about Carol Baskins killing her own husband and feeding him to a tiger. All that being said, he's clearly an awful, awful person. He manipulates people probably just as much as Doc Antle does. He probably lies and acts hypocritical even more than Carol Baskins. So it's strange to me that I was left kind of rooting for him to win, whatever that means in this context. Is Joe Exotic why we support people who tend to make more of a spectacle of themselves. Honestly, how he looks is a good enough reason to want to paint him, not because of his piercings or his hair or anything. It's because his eyes are weird. Like his eyebrows look angry, but his eyes look extremely calm, and that's a really weird combination. I don't think I'll ever know why I wanted to paint him exactly. Let me know in the comments who you thought was the most likable tiger owner out of these three, at least. I know there were like a lot more, but let's focus on these three for now.